So, debería estar como que no estuviera nervioso.
Bitaw.
True.
Na.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, na may mga butang na parang dili ka kasabot, di ba?
Un poquito solamente. Pero no demasiado.
Bitaw kapuya.
no,
So
Yeah.
just a little.
Sí, solo un poquito.
Yeah. But what, like, try saying something else.
Unsa man ako masulti na burag ka nang makaana ako ba nagwapo lang gid kay ko bay?
Not true. I think not true.
Cuando empiezas a usar unas cuantas de palabras que yo entiendo, porque vienen del español,
Tinod.
obviamente voy a entender algo de eso.
Yeah.
So like, how much % would you say you got out of that?
Podría decir que como un cuarto.
Cuarto?
Como un cuarto, sí. Nada más como...
That's good though. That's pretty good, I would
Más
say.
como...
Yeah,
ay,
pero
shit.
That is pretty good.
No debería estar mirando para arriba cuando hablo así. No. Porque
Kapuya,
pierde
Beto.
sonido.
Tinod,
O sea,
makasabot sa
lo que
gibito.
sea que haya dicho, igual no se va a entender. Porque lo estaba diciendo al
Yeah,
techo.
I lost you at that last part.
Yeah.
What's up, mga degenerates? Welcome to the Cancelled Club. My name's Johann Isaac, aka Shiba, and this is my co-host, who's back from the basement.
Yeah.
Scott Walter, aka Sukuto21.
That's
He's
me.
back, baby.
Yeah.
And,
They tied me up.
Okay, so we're gonna have a very special episode today because it's going to be a little bit different. We're gonna be speaking purely in English. So before mohawa mo, you might want to hear what we have to talk about. Because we're going to be talking about what it's like to be a foreigner in the Philippines.
Dang.
More specifically, Latino in the Philippines, or even more specifically, Colombian in the Philippines, right? All right.
Dang.
So now that we got the introductions out of the way, I don't really actually care about you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who the fuck are you?
Gracias.
All right. So let me introduce my very good friend. He's one of my best friends, not like this fake ass bitch, Scott Walter. Now we have my very good friend. He's Arno. So he's from Colombia. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so my first question is, what's it like to be a Colombian drug trafficker in the Philippines?
It's good when I don't drown in coffee. I drown in coffee because like any coffee made here is shit compared to anything made like any kind of drug made here.
Yeah.
Any kind of drug made here.
Yeah.
Like I've tried the cocaine here, I've tried the crack here, I've tried like
Wow.
the weed here, the marijuana. When I tried, so you have to try the product before commercializing it because then you cannot guarantee a quality of the product to the customer. So you have to try it first. I am not an addict. I can control myself.
Yeah, you never like do your own product, right? That's the number one rule.
Not recreationally.
Yeah.
But I have to try it before.
Yeah, you have
I
to
have to try
test it.
I have to like
But
quality control.
I thought
I
like
think not you, but like hire someone to quality test it.
they call
We
it like
do.
a guinea pig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Maybe I don't know how they call
Talking
it.
about-
I don't know how they call it
What
in
are you
like
talking
your
about?
country.
No.
But yeah, I don't know how you people call it.
Conejillo de Indias also.
Oh, are they people?
Oh, I'm not sure. Yeah.
okay.
True. Yeah, I mean, this guy is quite the specimen himself.
We like,
And we're not humans, so you're fine. You're fine.
It's fine. This one especially.
Yeah. I'm an AI.
So,
Yeah.
yes, you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am.
Yes, you are.
I was made by,
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk.
I
Yes.
can recognize one when I see them.
He's the
Dang.
first.
Yeah.
But he's actually the first like Tesla bot.
He's a lizard guy too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're one of like
I
Mark
am.
Zuckerberg's.
Mark Zuckerberg's, yeah. There's some similarities, I think.
Yeah, they look the same too.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like,
Huh? Jeff Bezos, where does he belong?
Jeff Bezos.
Yeah,
I look like Jeff Bezos?
No, where do you belong?
Where do
Like,
I belong?
What's your race?
Probably just the head of degenerates.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I'm the lowest of the low.
No, you're the highest of the low.
I'm the highest of the low.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right. Yeah.
That's too much
I'm the
credit.
highest of the low.
Too much credit. That's too much credit.
Yeah,
Too much
I think
credit.
so.
Yeah, have to
Yeah.
do some humility. You cannot be
Yeah.
the
I think-
highest.
I
There's
think
always
they're-
someone better than you.
Yeah, it needs to be like, I think right at the sweet spot. So just mediocrity, I think.
Yes.
Like around
yes.
the middle of the low.
Yeah, that's
Yeah. That's
more
where I
accurate.
belong.
When can you say that you're truly the lowest of the low?
I don't know. You should tell me because
Okay, as someone being really low, my ranking is not really that low too. But you know, I still have like my rivals like you.
Yeah. We're always competing to be who's like the lowest of the low.
Yeah.
So what about you? Do you
What about
consider yourself lowest of the low?
I consider myself the lowest of the high.
Lowest of the
Yeah.
high.
Oh.
Wow.
I also like
Oh,
to think.
shit.
I also like to think that I am a very humble person.
Ah.
Wow.
Yeah, and
Okay.
yeah, the only time that I remember that I was wrong is when I thought I was wrong.
Damn, man.
That's pretty
I'm
well-
sorry to say
pretty
you're
well
kind of like not qualified to be on this podcast anymore.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's like supposed to be only degenerates strictly.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the whole point with being cancelled.
I mean, he wouldn't be here if he's not a degenerate.
Yeah. I bet maybe like lowest of the highest still counts.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah.
Like, it still falls into
Yeah,
that
yeah.
category. So I guess that's fair.
What about you two? What made you two think that you're like at that point? Okay, I'm low. I'm a low life fucking bitch. Like,
You know, he's a low life fucking high life. So he's a low fucking high life.
okay,
Yeah.
like what's your evidence from that? Like, okay, prove to me that you're lowest of the low.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, not him.
Yeah, not him. You.
Oh, me? Okay, so like when I was 6, like I actually don't. This is really personal.
Come on, you can tell our audience.
So when in school, I was in a Catholic school.
Mhm.
The priest brought all the boys inside the room,
Oh,
and he let everyone in, but he said, "You, not you."
oh,
And I think that really hurt me as a child
Yeah.
because I just wanted to be a part of something
yeah,
larger than myself.
yeah. Larger than you.
Larger than myself.
Larger than yours. Oh no, you. Larger.
Yeah,
than
yeah. More specifically, larger than mine.
yeah.
And you know, I just the I just wanted to be in, you know.
Yeah.
I just wanted to be in.
Yeah, the priest too wanted to be in.
Yeah, because the priest, like, he let everyone in.
Yeah.
He let everyone in, but
Not
me,
you.
no.
That's a very understanding priest, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe
I'm
you
actually-
maybe you couldn't handle it.
Yeah. So that's why ever since that age, it kind of sunk in that maybe I'm just set to be a degenerate for life.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, what about you, Arnold?
Yeah. How does it feel like to be the lowest of the high?
Yeah. What's your experiences that made you realize that you're a low life bitch?
He's a low high life bitch.
A low high
Yeah.
life bitch.
Yeah, low
Yeah.
high
Yeah.
life
What
bitch.
made you
Not-
realize?
Confuse them.
Okay.
Did not
Okay, I'm
confuse-
sorry. I'm sorry.
Did
I'm
not
sorry.
confuse.
I'm
Very
sorry.
different
Don't
things.
cancel
Not
me.
confused.
Yeah,
Don't
it's a
cancel me.
those two are very different
Okay.
things. Mm-hmm. He doesn't want to be canceled. Okay, understandable.
Understandable.
Yeah,
If
that
you can
title
share
reserved for B and Scott. Okay, no, but for real though. So maybe people should be like, so he's actually been here for around a year, right?
A year.
Almost 2
years.
2 years.
2 years.
More than 2 years.
2 years and like a month.
Yeah. So we've known each other for 2 years. Yeah. And the first thing that this guy said to me was, "Are you you?"
Wow.
So
No. That's actually a philosophical question.
Yeah, I actually was
That's
very
deep, man.
It was like the deepest thing someone's first said to me.
Yeah.
Like it gave me a deep sense of understanding.
Maybe
for
you
my
had
own
an
being.
existential crisis from
Yeah,
that.
yeah. So it's like, damn, this guy's really like I haven't even met him and he's already giving me some important life lessons.
Yeah.
And so when he asked me, "Are you you?" the only thing I could answer was, at first, after deep contemplation, my answer was yes.
Ooh.
I think I am. Yeah. And I think at that point, you know, all the past trauma of like not being included with the priest,
Yeah.
I've come into peace with it.
Dang.
Yeah, I've come to peace with it.
You're a big part of his life.
Yeah. So
Arnold.
you actually
I didn't
changed a
know.
lot.
Yeah, I didn't know
after-
that part of humor.
Yeah.
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 I feel like I never understood you as a person until you said that.
Yeah, I wanted to
Yeah.
reserve it for the podcast.
Yeah.
I felt like it was something important and
Okay.
people would be
Pretty deep.
interested in it.
Okay, what was your first impression of him?
Oh yeah, we just talked about this actually.
Okay.
We just talked about this.
First impression of him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I already forgot. It actually was. Yeah, it's actually
it's
hard
too
to
His first,
insignificant.
his first impression was that I was me. Yeah, I was definitely me. He got
didn't
that
quite
part.
like. I actually didn't quite believe that answer,
Yeah,
but I had to.
you had to.
I had
Wow.
to. So okay.
Okay.
So I'm not. Yeah.
I don't think I
Until-
was gonna say no either way.
Until I,
Yeah. I could have said no. Would you have believed if I said no?
I would have believed it more.
You would have believed it.
Yeah. Would have believed it more than yes.
You're like, all right, this guy's human
Yeah.
if he said no, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I.
But it's like when I said yes, he's like, all right, he's a degenerate.
Oh.
Yeah.
un-
It's
yeah,
fine. It's
but
fine. I get
Okay.
that all the time.
Wasn't quite sure until you said it just now. Until you opened up just now. I like all of this time that we've met. Has been kind of a question that I've always had. Like, is he actually him?
Yeah.
It's-
I have that question
yeah.
all the time myself. Yeah.
It's kind of hard to make like a personal relationship good thing that I don't really care. So it didn't matter that much. But until now, I still don't.
Okay, moving on.
Yeah.
Okay, no.
You guys
all right.
went deep from like that stupid question. Like, what?
First meeting to some philosophical shit.
Yeah.
So I think you get the dynamic of like our friendship as a group. So I think what most people are kind of curious to talk about or at least listen to is what has your experience been in
Yeah.
the Philippines?
Yeah, especially Cebu.
Yeah, because I mean, we have often been called the Mexicans of Asia.
That's the problem. That's
Yeah.
the problem.
Why?
The quality, man. So hard to make business here when the quality doesn't match up. Like it doesn't match. It's I've been struggling because sometimes, especially after the pandemic,
You're
because
talking
I
about the
came here-
cocaine, right? The
Huh?
quality of the cocaine.
especially after the pandemic.
Okay.
Yeah, business
Okay.
was really hard. Like shippings are like the whole logistic channel is closed because it's
But I
really
thought-
hard to make it.
But I thought the point of like you coming here was to improve the quality, though,
Yeah.
because
I
you're
thought
like
you were our
cahoots with-
savior.
Man,
Yeah.
have you
Yeah.
seen that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're like the Jesus.
you're
Have you
like the
seen-
second coming.
Yeah.
But for cocaine.
I have you seen the production facilities here, man? Have you seen like the motivation and like
Yeah.
the I don't know the intention of the workers here when they work with these like very important things, like it's almost sacred.
Yeah.
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 It's like
very
your.
important.
Some would say it's even your religion
Uh-huh.
in a way.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well, like
You're
yeah.
like you're like devoted to it.
Yeah, the day you stop praying to it is the day your life stops having meaning. So
who do you
yeah,
pray
it's
to?
pretty hard. To my grandpa, of course.
To your grandpa.
My grandpa, yeah, like he is like the most legendary person in the planet.
Wow.
Yeah.
Escobar.
Yeah, Escobar.
Yeah.
Right.
He,
Yeah, I think
he is the one. He's the one that dictated like the future of a continent
Yeah.
and of the whole world.
Really, a
if they let
continent?
us in. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Old
Yeah.
South.
Huh?
I mean,
No,
not
continent.
maybe not the entire continent.
The entire continent.
Nah.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
would say
come
the
on.
entire. Maybe
You would
I
say.
think he shook the foundations with the entire continent. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Even if it wasn't directly like.
I mean, he had big
Directly
impact
with
in the
his
north.
trade.
In the
Yeah.
north, he had big impact there.
Yeah. True. But I mean,
But
practically the entire Americas, if you think about it, though. Practically the entire Americas. I mean, yeah, Escobar had a huge hand in like Miami and not so much New York. No, mostly Miami, right?
He wasn't the first. Okay, he wasn't actually the first.
You were the first.
Yes, I was first than my grandpa.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was first my grandpa.
You
who
raised
is-
Pablo
Who is
Escobar.
deceased.
Yeah.
Yes.
When you left, when you turned 18, you became a man. You told Escobar, "You're the man of the house now." I heard that story. I watched it in Narcos. I watched Narcos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you own a drug cartel right now?
Yeah, the Arno
Yeah.
cartel. Of
Oh,
course.
Arno
Yeah,
cartel.
Arno cartel.
Dang.
Yeah.
So what do you
Very
sell?
famous.
Ah. We diversify. Like
Ooh.
it's not a good business idea. Like we have to start with something, but a good thing I had a head start. So like the first thing, as soon as I opened it and as soon as I took control of all of the production and all of the traffic near the area, the first thing that we did is diversify. With that, we had resources to start to expand. Wow. And
But
then
what diversify with what? So it's not just cocaine anymore.
It's not definitely not cocaine.
So
Talking about
what?
what are you talking about?
What are you talking
Diversify
about?
with
What do you
what?
mean cocaine?
Huh?
What do you mean cocaine?
Oh yeah. I don't know.
No.
No,
No, we don't do that here.
We don't.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. We're talking about like coffee, right?
Yeah.
Coffee.
Yeah, those
Coffee's pretty
caffeine, like
important.
coffee beans.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
coffee right now. Like,
It's
that's
his product.
Yeah.
His product. He's
We
testing
are-
a product right now,
Yeah,
actually.
no, this no. No, it's not.
No. But for real though. Like enough
We're-
with the drug talk. Enough with the
okay,
drug talk.
I'm actually curious.
Because I actually
okay.
I have heard it.
The what?
But okay, go ahead.
Okay,
Scott.
I'm actually curious about how's the traffic in Colombia compared here in Cebu.
Not the drug trafficking.
No, that's not drug
the
trafficking, like the cars.
The car traffic.
Yeah.
I am slightly confused. Are we talking about traffic?
No. We're not talking about
Yeah.
drug trafficking.
No, not drug trafficking, like
Just
road traffic.
like literally
Road
like-
traffic.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys know, but so it's probably one of the worst car traffic in the planet. I don't know, like
Where? Colombia?
Southeast Asia. I don't know, like
No, here.
Here?
Yeah.
Philippines. No,
Yeah.
actually no. So, but like the whole Philippines,
Yeah.
the whole of Philippines, like Manila is worse, but
Yeah,
Manila
of
is worse,
course.
and there are some cities that are worse, but like it's actually hard to catch up with Filipino traffic, and there's
Ooh.
other countries that are also bad. I know India is also
India's
infamous.
terrible too.
India is also infamous, but it's not that many countries where the traffic is that bad, especially with a developing city like this one. Like it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
traffic. Everyone
Cebu
complains
is also
about traffic.
catching up to Manila as well.
Yeah,
It's really
there's a lot
catching
of
up.
people right now.
Yeah, because the difference I think is that Manila, it's big. Manila's very big.
Yeah.
And the roads are much bigger. There's better infrastructure.
Yeah.
Whereas here, it's still a growing city. That's the problem being the second city. You don't have the same infrastructure, but the fact that you are the second city, you have people coming in from all over the place
Yeah.
as well, especially from Visayas and Mindanao coming here. Because most of Mindanao speak Bisaya, so there's no language barrier.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that is a huge problem. Manila is just the fact that they're the capital, a lot of the resources go there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It needs to flow.
So-
You cannot stop the capital. If the capital stops, like the whole economy of the country stops.
Yeah.
So you can't stop it. So you need to secure. You need to secure the infrastructure. You need to secure the traffic of goods and traffic's there.
The constraints of Cebu as well. It's like so many buildings were built already. You know,
Yeah.
are you gonna tear down buildings to make roads?
That
That should be done. sometime.
that happens eventually to everyone.
No,
Like,
that's
it's not-
already happening.
It
Yeah,
has
yeah.
to
It's
happen.
already happening here.
they're buying back.
Yeah,
buying
yeah,
back. Yeah,
yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, maybe the solution here is like adding trains, I think.
I would love that.
Yeah, like especially
I mean, he's a strong believer in that.
Yes.
yeah, Talisay to Cebu City
Yeah.
to Lason to Mandaue, like just
Yeah.
add that and then,
Intercity train first, but or even intracity first.
We have argued about
Intracity,
this a lot,
yeah.
though,
No, no,
because
but I think the best solution for that is to minimize the cars.
yeah. So Jamie
Exactly.
thinks to minimize the cars.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
That's what I
trains-
think too.
If you're just gonna make the road bigger,
Yeah.
there are more cars.
So she's saying that if you like the solution is not just to make bigger roads
Yeah.
because they're just it's just gonna end up with more
You
cars.
want
the
to-
solution
want-
is add more like the pay for tax and cars.
You want
Yeah.
to disincentivize
Yeah, yeah.
people. You want
Exactly.
to disincentivize the population to
Yes,
use cars.
yes.
Any
Well,
method.
not just that. So that's where we argued about this before, right?
Huh?
So your argument was that just adding trains, and I was adding the same as what Jamie was talking about, where you really need. It's not just the fact that public transport becomes available, but it's also like what you said to de-incentivize.
Cars are too accessible in Cebu.
Public
Yes.
public
Way
and
too
transport.
some of them
accessible.
don't even have taxes.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
true.
think public is enough to disincentivize, but not fast enough.
I
Not
disagree.
fast enough.
Because it's too accessible.
No.
Like he said, it's too
Yeah, but
accessible here.
The city is
Anyone
growing,
can get a vehicle.
It's because the wealth of the city and the whole city is growing faster than you can get people start switching to trains.
Vehicle
So you
prices
need
are
to push
also
it.
lowering.
Getting a car loan is very easy.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
because of
Yeah,
that.
Yeah, cars are too accessible. That's
Because
the thing.
Mga
I think
sakyan
I think a good example is Singapore. Like I mean,
The tax there is really high.
it's
for
really
the
high.
cars. Yeah,
It's
for
really
vehicles.
high. And plus, I might be butchering this, but I'm pretty sure you cannot have a car needs to be checked every few years, like if it can be used or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because some of them are not gone.
So where here is like jeepneys are how old? Since World War II.
Yeah,
World War II, man. That's insane.
yeah.
Like the emissions from that shit. Oh my god. Like we could be the sole causers of global warming.
All of them or the design? Are you talking about the Jeeps themselves? or
Jeeps
the design?
themselves. Jeeps themselves.
So there has not been production of Jeeps?
Those models are old as fuck. The other ones that they use are like, it's kind of not too new, but it's a recent-ish model. It's called L300.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, which is a very popular choice.
World War II.
But no one
Philippines
uses jeepney as no one uses L300 as jeepneys though. I haven't seen one.
You think so?
Yeah,
Because I
haven't-
have seen.
No,
Yeah.
no,
I've
no.
seen. Yeah.
L300 is too expensive to become a jeepney.
It's definitely too expensive, but I have seen it. Yeah. That's the only noticeable one I've seen. But the rest are old as fuck. World War II, man.
How does the math doesn't check out in my mind. That's 40s. Philippines is not. Philippines has been in exponential growth since kind
you're
of
wrong.
recently.
You're wrong. You're wrong.
It's
Still,
probably-
not.
There's
not
no way,
World
and
War. Not World War.
I don't
It's
think so.
definitely
It
wrong.
cannot be that old. Like
Not World
Philippines,
War?
Philippines is not.
Because it was left behind by the Americans.
Nah, I don't think.
It was left behind
Uh,
by the Americans. That's the
uh,
story of jeepneys. Yeah,
they're not
that's how they-
really-
No, like those models are like phased out already. Like the
Maybe.
jeepneys you see right now,
So-
especially the multi-cabs one,
Yeah.
like they're new. Yeah,
Okay.
like
Fair.
those
Multi-cabs one?
jeepneys that like on World War didn't survive. Like
You think so?
No, it's not. It's
'Cause
not
I'm
because
pretty
they didn't
sure-
What do you mean didn't survive? Didn't survive the war?
no, not
just like
survive the
they-
war. Like
like-
it's already not usable.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Because they're sold.
But regardless, they are old as fuck.
yeah, of course. Of course.
Regardless, they're old as fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jeepney without the cover. Is it the one?
Nah.
Which one?
Nah.
No. It's with cover.
The old.
Yeah. So basically,
Always in a
traffic in
Jeep
the
without
Philippines
cover.
is fucked
It's very
compared to
bad.
anywhere in the world.
Compared to anywhere in the world.
Yeah. So I want to talk about like, because I don't know, some person might find this thinking like they want to move to the Philippines, or like maybe they're from Latin America, because we don't have a lot of Latinos coming.
There's a reason for that, dude.
Because it's the
There's-
same
yeah,
shit.
It's the same thing. You
Yeah.
don't go from a country that looks like this to another country that looks like this, because also the ticket to coming here is expensive. Because
Yeah.
It's at the other side
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
planet, and it's two regions that don't have any traffic between each other. So like the tickets to here is really expensive.
Do you want
And
to
it's the
talk
same-
about
It's
your
actually a downgrade.
experience
Huh?
trying to get here?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I don't know if it's too much of a my people problem or it was a me problem, because I was also
It's a you people problem. Definitely.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might be. Like,
You're welcome.
Yeah. My boss bought the ticket. Yes,
Uh-huh.
he was the one doing the ticket. Like he bought it with a month of anticipation, because he needed me quick here. And I go to the airport. Some of the things I am a little bit nervous. So some of the answers I answer them in a way that doesn't. There's a small thing that doesn't make sense. It was mostly that actually.
We should give a little
story.
Context.
context, because
Yeah.
that's the first time you've practically
Also.
flown,
Yeah.
right?
Oh wait.
Yeah, also.
What?
Yeah.
This is
I
your
only
first
flew
time.
different.
Like
Yeah.
oh okay.
Yeah, over there we just land transport everything. There's buses for everything.
Yeah.
So if you want to go anywhere, you want to bus, and if you want to exit the country, do it by foot
So
depending
you
on the
should have
country that
been.
you are.
You were extremely like nervous. I'm sure too.
But I was nervous also.
You're young too.
Yeah.
Very young.
So
traveling
yeah.
to a new place. So who wouldn't be nervous, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would probably be the same, honestly.
So
traveling alone as
So
well.
the first country you've ever gone to, like, it's Philippines.
No. Explain where you're originally from.
So I'm originally from Venezuela. It's a different country, but that's a country. I don't know how much should I
wanted to
expand on
get
this,
into
but
that too, actually.
Yeah, so
because Sharp was here last week,
and
he was asking about Venezuela, actually.
Oh.
Like
What?
he was really like she also.
The 50 pesos koan, it's just a month salary for them.
50 pesos.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. So explain
Yeah, it is.
explain Venezuela's situation for those. I'm sure there's a lot of people that don't
Yes.
know the
Yeah, yeah,
situation.
Venezuela is a country that from the start.
No,
How
from the
back
start. Just explain.
Just-
Okay, how did it form? Like, why is Venezuela?
Okay, so back in
when did Venezuela begin?
around 30,000 before Christ era.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's old.
So yeah,
That's old.
That's when the North Americans colonized down because they were coming from the Alaska. I don't know how the bridge is called, but they were coming
But
here.
it wasn't
and then-
Venezuela, the country, though. You're talking about like
The land
you're talking about
land.
like Incas, man.
Yes.
before Brookings.
Before,
Yeah, but-
much
yeah,
before.
yeah,
I don't
much before.
remember what the initial like South Americans were called.
you could say that you could like just join the tribes that are there and
Nah, Incas were much later. Incas were even like around I would say before like,
not
hard
so
to
much
say.
before.
Not
Not so much before.
before
Around-
Middle Age, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
before Middle Age.
Yeah. Okay.
Where did
You were gonna say
those
before.
people
No,
come from,
because-
though?
Huh?
It's
Where-
kind
where
of,
did they
it's-
come
it's
from?
Funny
They
'cause,
came from they're actually very
Where did they
related to
migrate?
Asians
Ooh.
because they crossed the Bering land
yeah.
bridge,
Mhm.
the Bering land bridge from Russia
got
into
it.
North
I
America
don't know.
and went down into Latin America.
Ooh.
Yeah, so
That's long.
yeah, very long.
Damn.
Yeah, so their closest relative actually are like the people in China.
yes.
Ooh.
Yeah, so that's the closest relative.
More like
Wow, that's-
Mongols.
Mongols
Higher.
is to center, but yeah,
No,
northern.
it's kind of
northern.
higher.
Yeah, but if you go to China, like northern Chinese, a lot of them have kind of similar features.
Northern
Yeah.
Chinese.
And
Northern
also,
Chinese
also in Russia, they have like similar features.
yeah.
Well, Russia is too diverse, though.
Yeah. I'm talking about Eastern Russia.
Siberia.
Eastern Russia. Yeah,
Siberia,
Siberia
Russia.
area. Yeah. They look quite Asian actually. Because they are
Yes.
Asian.
They are,
they
They
are.
are Asian.
Alright.
To the topic, how does it work that they have 50 pesos in just a month?
So going back, Venezuela used to be one of the richest countries in the region because they have the blessing, like today known as the curse, but back then was the blessing of
Yeah.
petroleum.
Oh,
They
okay.
had
Oil.
oil.
They had
So,
oil.
Yeah, they were the country and it's today. I think, I don't know. I think it's the biggest reserve of oil in the planet. Actually,
Wow.
Insane.
I think
Wow.
so.
Dang.
I think so. So they were rich. Like some of the governments back in the 70s and 80s, they managed to profit out of that and they made the country rich. But yeah, today is not that. Oil is more of a curse than a blessing because people and government and the economy over rely on oil because it's so profitable that they over rely on oil.
I thought Norway was the biggest, reserve for oil.
Not sure. I'm not sure. Not sure. I've heard often
Yeah,
that
I have
Venezuela
no
is
idea.
the biggest reserve, but I've also heard other countries being. I don't know.
But yeah, because like most of the people would expect Dubai
No, it's not the first
will
country.
be the one like
Yeah. it's far
but
from the
not
first country.
necessarily.
It's far from the first
Dubai, Dubai's kind of fucked because Dubai's running out of oil.
Yeah, they're running out of oil.
They're running out of oil.
I think they're no. Is it?
They are running out.
They
of
are
oil.
running out of oil, but
Yeah.
they successfully diversified.
They have diversified
Yeah.
They successfully
into
diversified.
terrible ventures. Into
Yeah,
terrible ventures.
yeah, but not like their economy. Their economy today is mostly not
It's
oil.
no, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's mostly they're doing very well on the tourism side.
Yeah, tourism.
and business. They're trying to lean towards like they're in
Their
a very
businesses
strategic
are not
spot.
only
Yes.
in Dubai.
Yeah.
Also.
But they're in a very strategic spot because they're at the center of the world, similar to like what Istanbul used to be.
Any
right?
Arabian country can be that. Any Middle Eastern.
Yeah, but the fact that UAE, they were kind of the spearheaders of like
Yes.
progressive.
It's because
Arab?
they did it.
They did it first.
did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have a huge head
Yes.
start.
Yeah.
The only one that I can think that comes close is really Saudi. But
Saudi.
yeah. That comes close.
Kinda think Israel is taking the spot.
Israel, true. Israel
Israel is
too.
taking the spot.
The
Israel as
middle.
well. Because
Yeah.
Israel, true. It's true. It's
Okay.
true. In terms
Especially
of business,
because
especially
Israel is
with tech.
Especially because
Especially
it's so
with tech,
Western.
yeah.
It's
How?
so Western
How?
friendly.
It's Western friendly because they have their ties to the US.
Oh,
They have
yeah.
a lot of ties to the US.
Israel is very
Yeah.
Western friendly. So instead, like if
Except
you're
the
a businessman,
Palestinians, though.
yeah,
Yeah, not very friendly to Palestinians,
Yeah.
but yeah, let's keep that out of the discussion. Okay, we're
Yes.
getting sidetracked. Okay, Venezuela.
okay.
That's not
Really?
true. No, that's not true. That's not true. You were recording since a while ago. Since long time ago.
Okay.
We have much more time.
So, yeah,
He really wants to know.
Venezuela is a country that didn't manage to successfully diversify. So
So they're running out of oil.
they are not running out of oil. They still have a lot.
They have a lot
They
because
have a
nobody's
lot.
buying from them.
Yeah,
Nobody's
they
buying
just
from
so
them.
messed up.
Yeah.
They just so messed up that they cannot even produce oil anymore.
Yeah.
Like you have the raw oil. I don't know the English term, but you have the raw oil, and then you have usable oil.
Yeah.
They are not
There-
even.
there's also, like,
they're not even
vegetable oil.
efficient.
And corn oil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and palm oil is like
Palm oil.
palm oil. If you go to the
yeah.
supermarket, you should buy palm oil. Is
Yeah.
the most environmentally friendly oil. It's
Yeah.
not. It's not. But okay.
Yeah,
No,
it's not.
that's
Definitely
sarcasm,
not.
but okay.
Yeah.
It's
That's very
I
bad. Don't spread
yeah,
that.
Do not.
Don't spread
do not
that.
buy.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. Palm oil is fucking up our planet. So
Okay,
let's
but can you
leave it
explain?
that way.
Because I have no idea.
Palm oil. Okay. So the problem with palm oil is that a lot of corporations, because palm oil is used a lot. It's used
Yeah.
a lot. And so
cheap.
they have cut
No.
down millions of trees to get
Oh,
palm
that
oil.
shit.
it's cheap. So
And it's cheap.
So people that do not have you don't need too much to produce it. So everyone tries to produce it because
Yeah.
it's cheap and it sells well because everyone needs oil.
It's destroying the
Yeah.
planet.
So yeah, the way that people is planting it is very bad for the environment. It doesn't need to be that way, but it is the case.
Shit.
It is the case.
Also,
So
the
palm
demand
oil-
for it is very high right
Yeah.
now. Yeah, it's super high.
So yeah, and the other kinds of oils are not fast enough to are not getting cheap fast
Yeah.
enough. So like yeah, if like I don't know what kind of audience we have, but if cheap families are better to stay with palm oil because you cannot
Yeah,
just
you cannot force them.
you cannot
But
afford to get like
It's
more
a problem.
expensive
It's
stuff.
a problem when corporations start adopting it in their products. That's where it's
Yes.
that's where it's a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they need to
Yeah.
produce like a
Actually.
lot.
Yeah, that's the whole problem. Like there's
actually, yeah.
there's a huge thing with Nestle and palm oil back then.
Nestle's. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a huge thing, man. Huge thing. They're trying to so
It's
they
not
got a lot of backlash from that.
You cannot. It's not even easy to count how many issues Nestle has had. But okay.
Yeah, it's,
Oh,
it's
so
that's true.
fucked up. But okay.
I have no,
Anyways, not palm oil. We weren't talking about
Yeah,
that.
we're talking about Venezuela. Yeah, we're
talking about Venezuela.
Oil.
Yeah.
They're not even today. Like they're not running out of oil. They're actually inefficient at producing it. They're
Yes.
like they fucked up so badly that they cannot even take full advantage of the thing. Actually, it might like actually the profit of Venezuela. A big portion of it might be drugs because there's another thing about the Venezuela. The reason why you can't displace them is because the whole government has a scheme where the government is a cartel as well. So the government has ties,
Which is your
local.
cartel, right?
Huh?
Yeah.
It's your cartel. Right? Before you gave like the Colombian side to Pablo. Yeah, right? Oh yeah, we shouldn't say it. Yeah, I'll just bleep it in post. It's fine. I'll just bleep it in post.
What shouldn't you say?
What?
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 Okay. Yes.
Yeah. Go on.
He's just being stupid.
Go on.
That's why it's so hard to displace them. But anyways, because this government has such easy revenue, they won't leave it. The people that is already in power, they can't leave. So they don't care about a properly functioning country. They just stay there because oil and drugs are easy money. So you cannot move them out. And the country is suffering for that. So they are terribly mismanaging the country, like horribly. So the country was fine because at the beginning of the thing, you need the people to choose them. At the beginning of the scheme, the whole scheme, so there was this genius guy, which Chavez.
Yeah, I love that guy.
I don't know how should I approach this, but okay, Chavez, this guy.
Yeah, that's my idol, man.
This guy.
Yeah, love that guy.
This guy.
It's my bro.
So this guy was the
Oh,
one
yeah,
that was
Travis.
elected.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that guy.
Yeah, I love that guy too, right?
Yeah.
I love that guy.
He's a fun guy to be with.
He's a fun guy, yeah.
Fuck you all. But okay. Fuck you all. He's the one that got elected. At the beginning, you need the people because the government was at first a functioning government. So you still need democracy to work. But he managed to downplay that. So he removed democracy from the country. And now it's a military dictatorship.
Yeah.
And actually, the transition was very soft. And few people could see it coming. So I am...
Did you flee after that or?
Way after that. Yeah,
way after that.
Yeah, way after that. So it didn't collapse. It was mismanaged, but nobody felt it because oil was still profitable. When there was I don't know what, but like on 2012, there was a decay. I don't know. Like oil suddenly was way cheaper, and then the country couldn't sustain itself anymore, and then it collapsed. It just collapsed. It really quickly collapsed, like in the span of 2 or 3 years.
Scott's taking notes right now, like how to plan the collapse of a country.
Yeah.
Okay. My bad.
Yeah, it collapsed, and it's now a very poor country.
What do you think is the future of Venezuela?
Not
Ooh.
bright.
Not bright.
It's not bright at all. It's not bright at all.
Do you think is there any solution?
No, you can't.
There's a solution. Like
He's gonna be like the Rizal of Venezuela. And like goes abroad and learns shit, goes back, becomes a national hero. But you have to die first, though.
yeah.
Sorry,
But
man.
not first, like you need to write something first.
Oh yeah, you need to write something first.
There
Can
have
you
been-
write something right now?
And then die?
Yeah. Fuck. Yes, go. Nah, but okay. So
There's been a lot of
So you have
martyrs actually.
yeah. So you have fled Venezuela.
Uh-huh. The situation
Then
was super bad.
yeah, went to Colombia.
He's
Yeah.
a refugee.
Yeah, practically yes.
Practically yeah.
Yeah, practically yes.
Yeah, Venezuelans are considered refugees in a lot of places.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're
Yeah.
considered refugees. Most of Latin America considers Venezuela refugees. It depends on how you go out. Like if no,
It's true.
Actually, going out was
it's actually true.
going out of the country was actually stressful. It's,
Yeah, as it should be.
At-
Because as it should be. No, I mean not as it should be. Obviously, it shouldn't be like that.
Yeah.
But obviously, it would be like that.
Yeah, as it would be.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I fled the country.
And we're back. So from that Chavez talk, after that, Audacity has failed us. And now we only have 2 mics. So Scott is just here playing with pliers, and he's gonna be a spectator now. What do you have to say about that?
Apparently, Audacity just decided to stop.
Yes.
Yeah, so yeah.
Scott, so how was the game?
Fuck the game.
All right, so moving on. Okay, so we've already talked a lot about Venezuela, his home country. Yeah, you're doing some very sus movements, bro. What's going on? Something you want to say to the audience? Yeah, he's trying to seduce you, the audience. Yeah, so hit him up. His @ is what's your @ man? How can people find you?
Big Dick 69.
All right, so find Arno at Big Dick 69 at every social media, probably.
Thank you.
All right, so moving on. Okay, so we've already talked about Venezuela. So I think people are really curious to see about the language barrier of you coming from Colombia and Venezuela into the Philippines. So in a lot of places, that seems to be a challenge for people to get acclimated, right? So how was that experience for you?
In the Philippines, it's not a problem at all because the Philippines has this thing that it could be seen as a blessing if you don't look too deep into it and the cultural implications of it, whatever. It's good because like people coming from the side speaks English. It's so easy to acclimate when you speak English, and speaking English is the most common spoken language for business and for people that actually travel. It's gonna be English, so it's easy. Like not all people speak English, but like me that travel, yes, and that works. Yeah, of course I'm gonna be contacting in English, and English is easy. Also being a Spanish speaker, the problem with the Philippines for a foreigner is that even if you speak English, this English is good because you can be understood, but it's not the language of socializing. Socializing can be hard sometimes because you can be left out, even if the people that is there like have an intention of including you in the group. The fact that they will switch to Bisaya because it's the natural language and the mother language, and the language of socializing, you are left out often. So it's not so inclusive in the way that it's a false sense of being able to communicate, because for the day-to-day things of having friends and like building friendships that's the problem. That's the problem with the Philippines.
So that's more directed to Scott, right?
No. Okay.
Not really.
Here's what I can
Not
say
really, but
about
okay.
that. Most Filipinos can't speak English fluently, but they can understand it as clear as day.
Yeah, but like for you to understand Filipinos, you have to learn Bisaya. If you want to not interrupt day-to-day conversations, because you also don't want to be the one that like, excuse me, can you switch to English because I don't understand? It's gonna become annoying. So you kind of learn to just flow with it and just kind of trying to understand until they happen to switch to English.
Because what you don't know is like those in betweens. It's like the only reason why you speak, besides actually we're just talking about you behind your back. It's like di siya kasabot ba?
Yeah.
Tayo, tas buang bugo ng kagwang.
Bugo bitaw kayo ba? Like di siya kasabot.
Lagi palo.
Lagi palo kayo.
No entiendo. No comprendo.
Yeah, you're kind of at a disadvantage. You're kind of at a real disadvantage.
Yeah.
Would you say, all right, because you have been trying to speak Cebuano, at least learn Cebuano.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Has the similarities between Cebuano and Spanish
That's
helped
the
a
other
lot?
point. Most Cebuanos, at least. I don't know about the rest of the Visayas. I'm not sure about the rest of Visayas. I think it's similar case, but not as much as in Cebu. There's a lot of English in like street Bisaya. Like normal people speaking Bisaya, they use a lot of English and a lot of Spanish also, because Bisaya itself, the modern version of Bisaya, you can talk about like old Bisaya and like people that are purists that they try to speak only Bisaya native words, but most people don't really care that much, so they just use the words that they are commonly
used.
Yeah. The one that they're more comfortable using, because the one that are already using. There's a lot of Spanish. So learning Bisaya is not that hard for a Spanish speaker. Me, because I'm just lazy. And actually I'm just lazy. I should like by any means I should have already be.
Yeah, you've been here for 2 years, man. You gotta step
by
up.
any means I should lay,
Yeah.
But it's not so much of a need, because
Yeah,
not so much of a need, especially because of my environment.
Yeah, and your environment.
And my
we all
environment,
speak English.
The company where I work for, there's many foreigners, so English is the default language in that setting, and that's the setting that I have most contact with. So there's not so much of a need for me to learn Bisaya. It's just kind of a pet peeve. Not so much of a pet peeve. It's not really a pet peeve. It's a bit more. It's a bit more serious than that, but it's not so important.
Yeah,
It's not so important.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's why. The other thing, like the disadvantage of speaking English, is that you don't have the pressure of learning the language as I do. So because I don't have the pressure of learning Bisaya, because I can already communicate and work, like I can functionally be a person here. So I do not have the pressure to learn Bisaya, so I will never stay.
And it's often been said that being put in a situation where you have to learn that language is the fastest way to learn.
Yes.
It's the hardest way to learn because it's really uncomfortable.
It's stressful.
Really stressful. you just get put in a situation where it's like, all right, everyone speaks Chinese now.
Yeah.
All right, you gotta step up or die.
Yeah, exactly.
I have something to say about I think it's way easier than learning the language like if you're put on pressure. Because you don't have
Yes.
like you won't be lazy because you need to. Because you need to. You're just lucky like you're in Philippines like
Yeah.
almost Filipinos speak English, right? Imagine like going to China, Korea or Japan.
Yeah.
Like
That's a problem.
fuck, that would
But
be
the problem is,
Yeah.
if the language is too different than yours, if you're a Spanish speaker and you go to Italy or to Brazil or to France is stretching it a bit, but it's easier for you. It's not always the case because if the language is close, it's faster for you. Like the same way as Bisaya has Spanish influences, so I have a little bit of a head start, but it's not always the same level of hard. Sometimes if you go from a family language and you move to a completely different language with a completely different mentality about languages,
true.
you might never achieve fluency actually.
Yes.
Even with all of the pressure
Yes.
of in the
Yes.
world,
Yeah.
you might never achieve fluency. So
Yeah. Because the challenge, for example, like for you to learn Bisaya and for me to learn Spanish, the difference that I have to make up is much less
Yes.
than what you have to make up for.
yes.
Because the family is very different. At
no,
least,
but it's I'm talking about a different level than that. If you go to Korea,
yeah, that's what I'm talking
you'll
about.
be fucked.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about. Because, English has a lot of Latin influences,
Yes.
right? And
Yeah.
and Cebuano has a lot of Spanish in it.
And English.
So and English. So the difference
not
I
fair.
have to make to learn Spanish is much less
Yes.
than what yours is to learn Cebuano, because it's an entirely different family aside from the Spanish influences.
it's much less.
Yeah, much less. Yeah. Like I because without even starting, I could understand a lot of what you were saying already. So could the other people.
I don't think it's fair to say that. It's either
You
the
don't
same.
think so?
No, it's either the same.
I don't think
I don't
so.
think it's the
I don't
same.
think so because
The similarities
the
are-
grammar in Spanish is not so different from
Yeah.
English. The grammar in Cebuano is so different from like any
Okay.
other language that
Okay,
I have
yeah.
tried to at least learn or
Yeah.
get a grasp with. Just the order alone is really tough, man. Like just to say I am near, translate that in Bisaya, duol nako. Or hapit nako. And it's like if you just take those bases to its raw form, that means near already me. Yeah. So
Not
near
so
already
hard.
I am. Something like that.
Grammar in
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
I think you have it backwards. Depends on the simplicity of it. Bisaya doesn't have such a complex grammar.
You don't think
It's not-
so?
Yeah, it does. Its grammar is not complex. The difficulty is Bisaya is not the complexity of the language, is the lack of the documentation.
Yeah.
It's the lack of documentation. Is the fact that people don't know what they're talking, because Bisaya is not so strongly
It's not thought.
it's not taught. Yes.
Yeah,
Like,
because
you don't-
there's
yes.
actually no need for people to be taught Bisaya here in like Mindanao or like Visayas, because like we grew up learning Bisaya. Like there's no like in schools they don't teach Bisaya.
Yeah. Also, one thing I have to add about for that is that there's not much literature in Bisaya as well. There's not much literature. So what's there are there definitely are, but compared to Tagalog, because especially in the past where the big schools, the important schools were in Luzon, specifically Manila, right? And so we have one of the oldest universities here as well, but it still doesn't make up for the amount of literature there is available in Filipino, rather compared to Cebuano. So, but we do have the most Wikipedia articles
Yeah.
of any language.
Yeah, that's insane.
Cebuano.
That's
Cebuano?
insane.
True.
Wow.
Yep.
That's
Wow.
insane. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So we have a lack of literature, actual literature, but when it comes to Wikipedia, we have the most out of any language.
Dang.
Yeah. Yeah. It beats English, beats Spanish, beats Chinese. What do you say about that?
All I can say is that I've said it in the past and I'll say it now. Bisaya is like the most optimized language ever.
Wow.
It's the most optimized because
Natural.
no,
Natural or ever?
ever.
Natural language
No, because
or also engineered languages? They are created languages.
not really engineer. Like just
you could engineer a language to be.
Okay.
yeah, because
Okay.
Bisaya, you can speak Bisaya with like short sentences, but people can understand it. Like we shorten words like they're really short.
That is another problem.
wait.
That is
Even
actually
the word, like,
another.
bus.
That's something else though, because that's Cebuano
complexity.
specifically.
Yeah, that's Cebuano.
Cebuano specifically. Yeah, not Bisaya. Bisaya is quite long actually.
Yeah.
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 Like
Oh,
unsa
Bisaya.
imong like kahibalo ko.
But
Cebuano is kibao ko, right?
Yeah.
So, and a lot of dialects do that as well. Like Australian English, they tend to shortcut things a lot as well. Yeah.
It doesn't
So
make it
it's-
optimized. Yeah, the shortcut
yeah.
doesn't make it optimized.
Doesn't make it optimized. But what I was,
Like, all right.
For
what's nice
communication?
about Bisaya, what's nice
Okay.
about Bisaya is that we don't have your issue of having to add a fucking gender to every
Yeah.
fucking object.
Every word. Yeah.
And
That's
it's like
problematic. Yeah.
El vaso.
Yeah.
You know, like
You have to know
how
the
do you
gender.
why did you
Yeah.
decide that's
So
a boy?
Every single noun in Spanish has a gender.
Has a gender.
And there's no reason for it.
Yes.
There's no reason for
And
it.
like, you know, there are
Every
rules.
single noun.
There are rules, right? If it ends with an A,
Yes.
it should be feminine,
Yeah.
right? Of course. But then you have El Agua.
Yeah.
Like, why
Yeah.
is it not La Agua? At least if you're
Some
gonna have
of
a
them,
rule,
yeah.
be fucking consistent.
Yeah. El
It's
águila.
fucking stupid, man.
Eagle also does like that.
Yeah.
Fantasma, which is ghost, also does like
El
that.
Fantasma.
Yeah. It's un
What
fantasma.
the fuck?
Yeah.
That's stupid, man.
This is a couple of them.
Yeah, but okay, it's more like concerning with you. But so I was talking with Sharp the previous episode. So Duterte said people should learn the Visayan dialect. And that pissed me off. You know why?
What?
Because Visayan is not a dialect.
Yeah.
Bisaya is a language.
Hot take.
Bisaya is a language. The point of a dialect is that people from the same language with different dialects should be able to speak with each other, communicate with each other.
I don't know if he's being heard.
No.
It's kinda a dialect, but for me it's a language. That's an opinion from me. Like it's a language. But here,
It's not.
definition.
It's.
it's because like language, like okay, Bisaya in itself, I think it's a language, but Cebuano, that's a dialect.
Dialect, yes.
That's a
Cebuano is a
dialect
dialect.
and shit like that.
Yes, of Bisaya.
Yeah, but Bisaya, I'd say it's maybe some people could say it's a dialect because the national language in the Philippines is like Filipino.
Yeah, let me get to this.
Yes.
So I will explain.
Yes.
Shiba explains.
Yeah.
Okay, so the definition of language and dialect has been blurred so much to the point where it almost has no meaning anymore.
In the Philippines.
No, in the world. In the world. In the world. Language in general. Because everyone decides, who decides what is a dialect and what is not? There should be a linguistic definition, which
Yes.
there is. But the government decides, right? Because
Yes.
the point of having a national language is to unify people. And if your country has a lot of different languages, and so that means
Unifies us as Filipino.
yeah, so exactly. So they want to seem more unified, that we are one people. So instead of saying that is another language and segregating other different groups of people, they say, no, you're just a dialect. We can communicate. So there's a political agenda
Yeah.
with what dialects really are.
Yes.
So, but if you take it from the base, like the really linguistic definition, a dialect should be that dialects between each other, they should be able to communicate with each other. But if you speak Bisaya to a Tagalog guy, could you communicate?
No, you can't.
You can't.
No. Ataga.
Yeah. Besides, you can only. You
So
can
you're
only.
saying is that a Filipino guy speaking to a Bisaya, like the Bisaya can understand.
That
of
only
course.
works because Visayan has been exposed to Filipino.
Yeah, of course.
It only works if you go to some province that I don't know if it can happen, but a province that has not been exposed to Filipino or to any of the Tagalog dialects, they can't understand.
Yeah.
The language is not close enough for them to understand.
I mean, I've been saying this like since high school. Pasud ko na maybe Philippines should learn Bisaya and put Bisaya at its national language because most of the most Filipinos speak Bisaya, like Mindanao. Visayas.
Not anymore. Native speakers still, I think, but not anymore in terms of sheer size because Filipino is taught everywhere.
No. The population, like the amount of people who speaks. No, not really. Like native speakers of Bisaya and like if most of the Filipinos know how to speak Filipino. Okay, but are they actually fluent to Filipino? Not most of them, diba?
Do you consider yourself good at Filipino?
I'd rate myself an 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm like 0.5. 0.5.
0.5.
Yeah, 0.5. Yeah, so.
Hindi mo talaga ako naintindihan.
See. Okay, so there's my little rant about Bisaya again for the second episode in a row. I feel strongly
this
about.
keeps happening.
No, second time.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just.
When
you
I
know,
know
like,
I know it.
I
keeps
read the
happening,
news.
but Okay.
I read the news about like.
But it's actually a good movement.
About I mean the message is good.
yeah,
I
yeah,
support the message. Duterte, I support the message. But you're wrong. Sorry, man. Yeah, but I understand. Maybe he could have the same political agenda though. Like he's just trying to convince people like it's just a dialect, so it's gonna be easy for you to learn, right?
Because
Yeah.
From what I can see, a lot of from Luzon actually looks down on Bisaya. Like most of the government, unlike the senators, like most of them are like from Luzon and like they speak Tagalog. Like most of them like speaks Tagalog. So like you can actually hear it. Like when I play video games, like I hear like I get some teammates that speaks Tagalog. They always look down on like Bisaya.
Yeah.
They always look down.
What Manila people call us is taga-bundok.
Yeah.
Taga-bundok.
Yeah, they
right?
actually refer to us like as someone lower.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah.
Even
We're calling
in
out-
lots of schools,
We're calling out Tagalogs. No, we're not generalizing. No, I'm just kidding.
But that's something. But that's something. Bisaya can experience from Tagalogs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
even competing to school.
That's not.
Yeah.
That is not really so much. It's not a thing of the Philippines only.
Yeah, it's
This
not a thing of the
happens-
Philippines.
This happens
That's what
in every.
that was my point.
Yeah.
That was my
Right.
My,
because
that was my point.
I
I said
forgot
it's
that this is the
worldwide.
second time this has been discussed.
Yes.
Okay.
No, that was my point. I'm saying it's a worldwide thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, language and dialects. It's a
No,
worldwide
I'm
thing.
talking about the Tagalog and
like
about the people from.
Yeah.
It's
Because
not
I'm sure it's the same thing for you, like with Medellin. And,
every capital looks down on on all of the rest of the country.
Yes,
It's not a
absolutely.
thing of the Philippines.
It's
it happens
true.
all the time. Like the
Yeah.
Philippines has a particular issue because it's a different language.
Mm.
So they're gonna look down. Like I would guess Manila people look down on any province, but especially
Yes.
on Visayan province.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
they already look down on their own provinces.
yeah,
So
yeah.
it's because it's gonna be like that.
It's true.
Capitals are like that.
It's true. Capitals are like that.
people in the capital are
Yeah.
this grandiose.
Capital people be like.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. It happens everywhere.
Yeah. So okay, there's a lot more things we can talk about. So yeah, so the difficulty of traveling here, we never really got to that.
Yeah.
The difficulty of in what sense?
The
Linguistically?
flight, man.
The
We never
flight.
finished
How
that
long?
story.
Like how long?
How long did it take? What? The flight?
Yeah.
How long did it take?
It took me hour. It took me 6 hours to Brazil, 12 hours to Dubai, and about 8 hours. I don't remember how much to Cebu, because actually this flight was not to Manila, it was directly to Cebu. So that's nice. So I didn't have to go to Manila.
So you were
I
like,
was spared of Manila.
Because international naman ang Lapu-Lapu, di ba?
Hmm.
yes. You can go Dubai. Did you go Dubai to Cebu?
Dubai to Cebu, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Emirates, I think, right?
Bogota, Sao
Yeah.
Paulo, Dubai, Cebu.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
That's
didn't
like
go.
2 hours of travel. 2 days of
2
travel,
hours
man.
yeah.
2 days of
Yeah,
travel.
pretty much.
Yeah, that's
Pretty
insane.
much.
Including layovers.
Actually,
Yeah.
I am really surprised because when I came here, I had about more than I don't remember anymore because it was so long ago, but I think I had 48 hours without sleeping and I still wasn't tired
Yeah.
when I came here. Like when
Because you're not human. You're not human. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I just
You're manufactured by Mark Zuckerberg, so I mean, like biologically
take that fake
engineered.
Tesla model. Take that fake Tesla model. You know who here? Who's here the first manufactured?
Yeah.
Yes.
What's really funny is that when you first arrived here, and so that was the first day I met you, and we were like, oh, so he's from Colombia. Let's go take him to the Mexican restaurant.
Yes, because we are all the same.
Yes.
I mean,
it's
can't
kind of
really-
true, right?
Kind of, honestly.
What's the
Kind of,
difference?
yeah.
You guys have arepas and what else? What's the difference?
Between the
Quality of the Mexico is good though. Mexico's quite
Mexico
good.
has good production. Yeah.
Yeah, Mexico's quite
Mexico
good.
has good production.
Yeah.
It's gonna
It's so different here.
from there. Philippines from Latin America, actually not so much, except for the couple of Asian stuff, couple of US influence. But it's actually pretty similar to. It's something that I have said a lot with like different people, but Philippines is surprisingly similar to Latin America,
Yes.
as in the way the families are structured, like the kind of the culture is similar. Yeah, the culture is similar.
Vicks Vapor Rub.
Big Vaporub. Yeah, Big Vaporub.
That's
Yeah,
a staple.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's
same.
like you put Vicaparu in it just fixes any kind of thing you
Viva
have.
Puro. Yeah.
Vivaparu.
Viva Puro.
And
Yeah. Vicks. Vicks.
yeah,
Yeah,
if you
or Vicks.
if you were tired, and you can get roofless for the start
Roofless.
sometimes. I don't know what
Ruffles.
else.
Ruffles.
Roofless.
Roofless.
I don't know what else. It's like I don't remember anything else. I don't remember anything else.
But
What about religion though?
it's the same. It's the same.
Catholic
It's
is
the same, man.
It's just it's not
Which-
a part. It's not a part of the law in that region anymore.
Which is more
Catholic?
devoted? Philippines
Philippines by far.
by far.
By far.
Yeah.
By far.
That's why we're
Yeah.
still poor.
Philippines by far.
Okay, yeah, I think because Filipinos like on Bisaya prayers, some of it are actually Latin. Like my grandmother like speaks like Latin fluently when she prays. Yeah, she can't speak Latin, but when she prays Latin,
Yeah,
she's
she knows
like
the whole
summoning a
Latin.
demon, man.
Yeah.
Jesus. She might be. she might be. Yeah. That's why. Yeah.
Yeah, I
That's why it
also,
birthed this monster.
like my
summoned
my mom.
Yeah.
Huh?
She prayed Latin.
Yeah, like most
Yeah.
prayers.
I can pray
She's
Latin.
thinking like it's like which?
I can, yeah.
It's
O
like
salutaris ostia, qui celipandis ostium.
Tiny book with Latin
Yeah.
prayer.
I had the booklet Latin prayers.
Yeah, same.
It's kind of cheap.
Yeah.
Dang. And
Yeah. Huh? Yeah.
No.
Yeah. No, we
It's kinda
sang
funny
in
how
Latin.
Everyone that I know comes from a Catholic school. That also doesn't happen there.
Yeah.
Like Catholic school are a thing, but it's not so many people. It's not the majority of the population.
Nah,
Almost
yeah,
everyone
yeah.
that I know here comes from a Catholic school.
No.
No?
No. It's kind of just a bubble, I guess.
Well,
Yeah, it's a bit of a bubble.
almost all of my friends came from Catholic schools.
Yeah, almost all his friends came from Catholic
What?
schools.
I can't. All my friends came from Catholic schools, but I cannot say that most of us came from Catholic schools.
I am from a pretty non-Catholic environment, and so many people come from Catholic schools.
Yeah.
Even though it's non-Catholic people. I don't know. I don't get it.
No, there's a lot of Catholic schools, but it's not fair to say I think that most.
Some good schools are.
Yeah, maybe most of the people you meet
Yeah.
here. No. Here.
It's just
No.
like,
It's a bubble,
it's
man.
just
No.
like when you get a job, if you were from the school, especially Catholic school, then you can just.
I don't think that applies to us.
It's basically most of maybe the
That
most
applies
of
to that
the
company.
most of the people you meet here are like wealthy.
Yes.
Because only
Yes.
the wealthy people can afford like religious school here because it's expensive.
Religious schools also tend to be the good ones.
Yeah.
Because they're the ones that are well funded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ha.
Yeah.
Ha.
Now you understand.
It's not
Yeah.
most. Yeah, it's
Makes
definitely
sense.
not most.
It makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just gave a little bit of my actual social circles.
Yeah, no, it doesn't really dox it so much.
Huh?
It doesn't
Okay.
really dox it so much. Yeah.
But yeah.
I was getting to.
Ah,
to
yeah,
some-
from California,
yeah,
what do you
alright,
expect?
Yeah, I want to have like a little segment. So similarities between Cebuano and Spanish. So
Uh-huh. That I can count.
yeah, slippers.
Chinelas. Yeah.
Chinelas?
Yeah. No, I'm not sure. I'm not
No.
sure. I'm not thinking it's cholas.
Cholas.
Chancletas.
Okay.
Cholas, depending
Yeah.
on where you are, cholas
Alright.
or chancleta.
Chancleta.
What is chola? I don't know.
Chola, it's
Chola and Bisaya is like French kiss.
yes, French kiss.
Very specific.
Very
That's
specific.
a very specific
Yeah.
meaning for a word. But
Well,
okay.
if you go to like just the common day slang, you know,
I mean,
it could
chula
be
is not-
make out basically.
part of the language. It's just how do I say this?
They made it.
No, yeah, like what do you call words that are made up?
Slang.
Slang, yeah, it's a slang. It's a
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
okay.
slang.
There's chola in a couple of the countries. There is also vagina. I don't know. I think Argentina. I don't remember which country, but chola is also vagina. Chancleta though. Chancleta is.
Chancleta. Universal. No?
No, it's not. What?
No, I'm just
Is it?
I'm
No,
just
it's not.
asking. No.
Just in my country. And I think is another thing that like, with Latin America is that I struggle sometimes teaching words when someone explains to me, like someone asks to me, what is the word for that? Because I know that Latin America is very varied. It's like a big region that all of them speak the same language. Somehow they still can understand each other, but the slang, the difference in
Yes,
slang
yes.
is big.
That's
so
because that's dialects.
Yeah.
At that point, that's what dialects are.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what's supposed to
Yeah,
be dialects.
I guess.
Actually, yeah, I should. I'll go in a bit of a rant again.
Mm-hmm.
So, why? Okay, so they have stopped saying dialects for the reason that they in favor of things called variations. They're starting to call it variations now. So, like for example, American English. American English is
Oh.
a variation of English because they realized that
interesting.
the
Yeah.
definition of languages and dialects have become super convoluted. So they just, all right, we're just going to change the term entirely. We're going to call it variations now. Okay, I'm done with my rant. Okay, so let's go to our segment.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to say a word in English. You say it in Spanish and you say it in Bisaya.
Okay.
Okay? Spoon.
Cuchara.
Cuchara.
All right.
Wow.
Fork.
Tenedor.
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 Knife.
Cuchillo.
Cuchillo.
Yeah.
Cuchillo.
Horse.
Caballo.
Caballo.
It's actually same. It's just the pronunciation.
Yeah.
That's different.
It's like Boholanos say it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Caballo.
But only caballo though.
Yeah.
The rest are the same.
Road.
Hmm?
Road.
Ikaw na.
Calle.
Dan.
Calle.
Calle.
Dan, we're done.
Okay.
All right.
You're just okay.
Kalye is Tagalog though.
Oh.
Puede,
Okay.
puede. You got that?
Yeah. Enemies too.
I'm running out of vocabulary.
To like. To like.
Okay, anything.
To like.
To like. Like.
Ganahan.
Well, yeah, also, but yeah, gustar.
Gusto.
Yeah.
Gusto. Yeah. But what is I
Door.
like?
Huh?
I like.
Me gusta.
Me gusta.
Ay, gusta. Me gusta.
Yeah.
Gusto ko. Ganahan ko.
Yeah, what's interesting about that is that we had a talk about this.
Yes.
It's actually reversed because so in Spanish you would say like
Yeah.
quiero agua, right?
Yes.
You don't say me gusta agua. Yeah, like it's like
so-
and it's reversed in Cebuano where it's ganahan and gusto. It's kind of reversed.
No, it's not. No, what? No.
It is, yeah.
Ganahan and gusto are synonyms mostly. Are almost synonyms.
Yeah, not.
People cannot really.
They're synonyms. They're synonyms.
They're synonyms.
Would you say like, yeah, they're pretty similar.
Yeah.
They're synonyms.
I think the context. I think the context kind
when
of.
I ask,
some. You don't think like some.
Any context you can use both.
You think so?
Yeah. Ganahan ko, gusto ko. Di ko ganahan.
Like gusto kong tubig. You can like. Yeah, I'm gonna ask for.
Ganahan kong tubig.
It's the same.
it's
Okay.
like those words are
Okay.
complex. Those words are complicated for a learner because both are actually synonyms, but they have two meanings at the same time, and it depends on context what the meaning is. They have two meanings. Like in other language, most other languages, the meaning is separate. But I don't know if Bisaya or Filipino, but it means to like and to want, which is not the
Yeah.
same.
Yeah.
Wanting is something that you don't have, but you want to have it for any reason. Liking is something that you have had in the past and you can like it. It's a different meaning, and the two of the words are used for the two of the meanings.
Yes. That's right.
Yeah.
Whereas in Spanish, you have to say like, if you want water, it's quiero agua.
Yes.
And then it's like, if I like.
You don't have to go to Spanish. English is the same. English has the same meaning.
True. Yeah.
Yeah.
English is the same.
English is the same.
Actually, that's what I'm going to say. If there's any language that have two meanings and by every word, like English is the worst. Like it's the worst language ever. Like I think, but it's fine because if you learn the context of it, then you know what it is. But there's a lot of words, English words that have like different meanings.
Yes.
Especially the pronunciations.
I'm gonna say something. With two meanings. All right. I'm gonna hang a wife beater.
Oh, shit.
I just mean like I'm gonna hang like the
Hang,
shirt, the wife beater shirt, man. What are you talking about?
With them, like
No.
out, like that.
Yeah, true. I'm gonna hang with the wife beater. Yeah,
you're going to
true.
hang. Okay, go.
Yeah, true,
Yeah.
true.
So we found three meanings from that. Like,
We found three meanings. Yeah.
holy shit.
To
Who
be
knew
fair,
that sentence could have so many different interpretations? Yeah.
To be fair, it's two meanings from two different words. There's two words that have two different meanings.
That's why it's like
to hang. There's not two meanings for hang. It's
a lot.
There's not three meaning for hang. It's just two. But two also meaning for white.
Can we
people.
just talk about how inconsistent English is as well? It's very inconsistent. Like
They made it universal language.
Especially like spellings. Like
spelling, yeah.
what's with okay, what's with the silent fucking letters, man? Why would you fucking add that there? Okay?
Yeah.
Like school. Like okay, just don't add the H in there.
Many examples that I can't
Like,
have.
The worst
come
one for that is French, though. French
Yeah.
adds so many fucking letters. Why? It's unnecessary. It's so all right, but
I have to give credit to France that at least is somewhat consistent.
Yeah.
Yes.
The problem with English is that technically it's a Germanic language, which borrowed so much from Latin languages to the point where it's just an abomination of a language.
Yes.
It's an
really horrible.
abomination of a language.
It doesn't have to be like that. I met people.
Yeah.
I met people that were very English purist.
Yes, it's easy to learn. But is it easy
What
to
is
learn?
easy to
because
learn?
What
is easy to learn?
No, is it easy to learn because English itself is easy, or
English
because
is-
we're overexposed to English?
Because I mean, it's easy to learn. Like okay, you're not exposed to English, then it's hard. But most of the entertainment you watch is in English. Like most of the words in the papers, like most of them are English. Like you go to hospital. Like
That's just a side effect of being a lingua franca. It's not a property of the language itself.
I agree.
Like back when France was the most common language, France, you could say that France is easier to learn because you could see it everywhere before English became dominant. And the day that Chinese becomes the common language, you're gonna
the
see that
day
about
that
Chinese.
you talk about it like it's coming. China's gonna take over the
Yeah,
world.
I think so.
You think so?
I might. It
All
might.
right. Yeah. Scott's already planning its downfall, though.
Yeah.
I'll be the world
Good luck.
saver.
He'll be world saver.
Good luck.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you call it saving, but if you don't want China to rule over the world, then I'll rule over the world.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You're gonna be the world saver. I'm
would-
trying to be the world ender.
I would. Yeah, I would.
Yeah, I'm trying to be the world ender.
10 out of 10, I would pick China.
China?
Yeah, 11 out of 10, I would pick China.
Yeah.
No. China.
But yeah, but I mean, English is
Please don't.
definitely
No.
English is on the way to being like it's already being considered as a type 1 civilization language.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah, because it's the lingua franca. The point you have to get to, because the point Chinese is only spoken by ethnically Chinese
For
or at
now.
least Asian. Yeah,
Not really.
but
For now.
we're already at the 0.7 scale, right? Type 1, and English is spoken by a lot of different countries and a lot of different races.
That's actually, it's actually a good point because imagine China's like ruling over the world. China wouldn't use Chinese as something. Okay, use Chinese now. No, because it wouldn't be that, I don't know, optimized, or like it will make their domination even harder. Because you need people to keep their, languages.
But it depends on the kind of regime that they it depends on the kind of government that they want to establish.
I know the insides, like
You know the insides. You got insider information.
Yeah.
All right. I'll take your word.
I am the information.
You are the information. Okay.
He is inside.
He is inside.
Unlike you,
Yeah.
Johan.
No,
Yeah.
don't spoil my. Like, I'm actually. I'm not gonna spoil why I'm in the Philippines. Actually. Yeah. No. It's just my no. It's just my cover will be blown, so I can't say. I can't say. Yeah, I can't say. Can't say. No, it's confidential. It's confidential. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, Chinese man. We do talk a lot.
Everyone
about
talks
China.
about China. China is everywhere.
Yeah.
Everyone has a reason to talk about China.
Yeah.
Most of the things you have are made in China.
Yeah, including me.
Yeah. I mean, that table could be made from China.
I'm talking about. Yeah, me is like
It might
ethnic.
be. Probably, yeah.
Yeah, me is like I was like made in China, like in terms of just ethnically, but you're kind of like made in China, like as in production.
Quality-wise.
Depends on what company though, because there are actually good products. Like it's like people generalize China as like making shit like products, but actually no. Those are the products that are cheap, but like iPhones. Okay, they're made from China, and they're not like they're high quality.
I think you were like made by Adidas. It's the knockoff Adidas. Yeah,
Adidas.
What about you, Habanas?
Habanas.
Habanas,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm the counterpart of
Yeah.
Havaianas.
Yeah. I was made by shit.
Okay, here's what I wanna ask though. Arnold, how much is Havaianas in South America?
What is that?
Yeah.
Like it's just like brand of a slipper.
I think that's local though.
I don't know.
I think Havaianas is local.
No, you fucking stupid. That's from Brazil.
Is it from Brazil?
That's from Brazil.
Oh.
Oh yeah, they are the I remember
Yeah.
my mom went to Brazil once and then she had fancy slippers. She brought fancy slippers and I really didn't understand why was her obsession with the fancy slippers. I still don't.
Because here, like I've heard a lot that here in Philippines, Havaianas is like really expensive, and that's kind of the epitome of
have no
okay,
idea what
that's
that
the
is.
best fucking slipper. Okay, that's okay. But I've heard like in Brazil, like it's really cheap. Yeah.
That might happen. That happens a lot
Yeah.
sometimes.
So what's the market price of cocaine in Colombia? Because here it's kind of pricey.
How much is it here?
Huh?
What is it here?
I don't know. Just
Okay.
allegedly it's
Cocaine is not really even that. Like the production of cocaine in Philippines is not really that high. Shabu maybe, but cocaine is like it's too expensive.
it's a rich man's drug.
Yeah.
Especially. I mean it has always been a rich
Is
man's
this here to
drug.
import?
Yeah, it has always been a
Zero
rich
part.
man's drug, but it's definitely a rich man's drug here.
I'm pretty sure about the quality. It's serious. Like I don't think like you can get quality, especially if it's for rich men.
No.
You're gonna get cocaine made for the Philippines.
No.
You can't really call it cocaine if like you change it though. That's why they call it That's why they call it
No,
shabu
that's
here.
that's
Yeah, but no.
Shabu is-
Actually, I have
Shabu is not
I have
cocaine.
to say that a lot of these rich people drug here, it is imported.
exactly.
Yeah, it's
Exactly.
imported.
Like
it's not produced here.
There's no interest in producing cocaine in the Philippines. I don't think so. It's like
No.
People can't afford cocaine. People can't afford cocaine. That's why they don't. That's why they don't produce
cocaine
cocaine.
is worldwide used.
Yeah, it's
Everywhere.
worldwide use.
It's
But
everywhere.
yeah, it's a rich people drug. That's why it's not.
Yeah.
There's no interest in producing cocaine here because the demand for it is not.
There's no interest in producing cocaine here because the market is already taken by
It's already
couple
taken.
of-
Yeah.
couple of cartels, and they
Yeah.
they established
Like yours.
the standards. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, but I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
but I'm not kidding. Like the cocaine is already produced in a section of the planet, and it's too much trouble to start producing it.
Yeah,
anywhere else.
it's just it doesn't
and
make
they are already
sense.
optimized in exporting it everywhere. Like it's not that hard. For them.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It's not that hard for
Yeah,
them. It's not the cocaine production is not gonna move from there.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with some, especially say like if it's supported locally. Like you have literal governments.
Local.
Support, hashtag support local cocaine. Hashtag support local weed.
Okay.
Oh no. Hashtag support local drugs.
Happens.
Yeah, could be a
happens.
good hashtag.
It could.
Yeah.
Nah.
I want to start that hashtag, man. Yeah, that's a good hashtag.
Hashtag support.
Yeah, so I mean, so living in Colombia, were you exposed to the drugs war? Nah,
Not
just
to
the
the
drugs.
war. The drug war.
Yeah.
It's over.
Yeah.
No, it's not really over, but like the hard part of it is kind of over.
Mhm.
It's just now.
Yeah. No thanks to your grandfather. Yeah. Your grandfather kind of fucked it for your country, man.
He fucked up.
Yeah.
He fucked up. But okay. So, nah, you don't. You are exposed to this narco. You are exposed to the narco culture. Narcos in that region, in the whole region in Colombia and in Mexico that I know of. Colombia and Mexico. Narcos are seen as heroes. They are seen as cool people that you want to be like. It's not unlike like mafia people. It's honestly not that. It's not that different, but
It's kind of like Yakuza. Like people, oh shit, Yakuza, because they have this culture where like in Yakuza, like, okay, you should never kill people. Help those helpless people. That's kinda it. Like they do business like kinda illegally, but people kinda supports them because they have like values that they stick with, just like Narcos, right?
Not the same because narcos kill people.
no.
They kill people.
No,
They
no,
help
no.
a lot of people too.
It's business.
Yeah, it's business. Yeah.
No, they don't think they kill people just like that.
Killing because,
No, it's business. It's what you have to do. Like sometimes business is hard. So
They're just Yakuza, like Yakuza, but with drugs.
Yeah.
it's not.
No, not necessarily because Yakuza's less bloody. It's much less bloody.
It's more
No,
of
I
a
don't-
code
Is it?
that they have to follow.
Is it?
It is.
Is it? Is it? Or
Yeah,
they
yeah,
just
100%.
better at hiding it
No.
because they are so
No.
ingrained in the culture. So
No.
They're actually too open.
Oh, they're open.
Yeah, like Yakuza members, you can interview them. You can.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
open
Okay.
to the public. Like,
Yeah.
especially because Yakuza members are not okay. Because I'm a businessman.
Not
I could be a Yakuza member. Okay, like there are like doctors. There are lawyers that
don't
are
think so.
member of Yakuza.
I don't think that proves anything. Because it's if the yakuza is government, like if the government is in on it and they kind of give them leverage, they can open themselves up because they won't have any repercussion because they don't exit, they don't leave Japan. So as long as they don't leave Japan and they have the protection of the Japanese culture and the Japanese government because they're already kind of supporting it, it's not so bad for them to open up.
Yeah.
And doing shady stuff, you will have government support to hide it, to not show it. So actually, that could prove both points.
Yeah.
in the sense that if they are open about it, it means they will have help with whatever they want,
Yeah,
even if it's shady,
but
and that makes it even shadier.
that
in a sense,
I think there is less chance that they do shady stuff because like yakuza are like they're kind of a brotherhood in a way.
yeah, okay.
Kind of, how do I say this? Masons. They're like Freemasons.
Also, they don't need to because they are well established as the main mafia group of the country. So there's not much reason for them to fight anyone
Plus,
else.
knowing the Japanese as well, like how much
Also,
codes are
okay.
also like a huge part of their culture.
There you do convince me.
Yeah,
There you
yeah.
do convince me. I would.
So I'm not surprised that the yakuza are like that. Not at
yeah.
all. Not
Also,
at all.
they don't need to.
Yeah.
They don't
So
need to.
what's
Because
your?
They actually like some of them actually like voluntarily leaves the group if they did something bad. Like that's actually like what? Wow.
Yeah, it's very different in Narcos. Narcos, you would kind of be rewarded. Like, how bad was it though? You know, like how many people did you kill? All right, 5. It's like, all right, you get a raise. How
Yeah.
many people did you kill? 10. Oh, all right, promote.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
you kind of need them to.
Was Escobar promoting bad things?
He wasn't actively supporting it, but behind the
Yes, he
scenes, he was
was.
definitely.
Yes,
he
he was.
blew up places, man. Yeah, he blew up a plane, dude. Yeah. So yes, I would say he definitely was. His revenge. I mean, he was in the government.
He doesn't want to show it. At the
He doesn't want
moment,
to. You wouldn't because he
Yeah.
was like in terms of his image in the media.
Yeah.
He was really playing it like he was a
They
kind
all
of like
are.
a.
They are
yeah.
all careful about their images.
Which is fair.
Yeah.
Fair. So he would, in terms of that, then you would say, well, he wasn't supporting it. But behind the scenes, it's another
Yeah,
story.
bro, it's a business. You have
Yeah.
to like it's very complex and you have to like
It's
every aspect of it. You
PR.
have to be careful
It's
of it.
PR.
Yeah,
Maybe it's just because he needed it to do. Like he needs to do that.
yeah.
But like saying did he want to do it?
yeah, you can you talk to your
I don't-
grandfather if
yeah.
As his grandson, did Escobar really want to kill people?
Well, we have a code of honor, but the code of honor is not as gentle as the yakuza. It's mostly if you are not 100% proven to me, you are automatically an enemy. So like almost everyone is an enemy. So yeah, but it's like we don't kill our own.
yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
So
That's it.
like,
Everyone else is up for the taking.
so knowing a lot about because you come from a place of a very drug ridden place, and it has experienced drug wars, right? And
Yes.
currently we are in a little bit of a drug. No, I wouldn't call it a
the
drug war.
Philippines?
It's like a drug scrabble.
the
Yeah.
Philippines?
Yeah. So like, what's your not necessarily opinion, but just a take of like what
this
you
this
as a
already
comparison.
happened in Colombia.
Mm.
This already happened in Colombia. Duterte is doing the same thing as a guy called Uribe. And Uribe is a very controversial guy. He's a very controversial guy because there has been a drug war in Colombia since forever. When he took its position as a president, he said, "Okay, we're gonna go full on with the drug war," and then he became a very violent government to the point that he killed a lot of innocent civilians.
Ooh.
He did lower the production and at the cost of like a lot of civilians.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's problematic because it also became when you battle hard against them, they also grow stronger.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
they also grew stronger.
Like
they did reduce.
people start bringing pistols. The others start bringing machine guns.
Yeah, and
You
then
know, it
everyone
just
catches
escalates,
up. Everyone
yeah.
catches up. Yeah, it just escalates.
So yeah.
They just became more sophisticated. They didn't manage
Race of
to.
arms. It's like a race of arms.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's controversial what he did.
Mm.
It's very controversial what he did, and today the whole country is divided on whether it was a good idea or whether it's a bad idea. Because there's also some
Good
it's not-
things
it's
that
not
came
too
out
rare,
of it,
huh?
or
the war like did go down, and after he left the office, because the cartels were so pressured by him, the next guy was elected to be like the
Opposite.
The successor. No, the
Oh,
successor.
okay, the
The successor
successor.
of Uribe. Yes.
Oh damn!
He
So
was-
it's like Sara Duterte.
I'm not sure because she's family. He wasn't family. He wasn't family.
yeah.
He's just a successor. He's another different person with his own interest because he's not that close, but he thought he was close, and because he was the one with the most potential in the political career. So he had decent chances of being elected, and he was also working with Uribe at the moment. So Uribe gave his support to this guy, which is called Santos. And then this guy, when he took office, he was supposed to be Uribe's successor. But then when he took office, he did a 180 degrees, and he said, "Okay, we are offering peace now."
We support drugs.
No, no. Kinda, yeah, actually, kinda. So
Top 10 anime
Not like that.
betrayals.
not like that. It's not Mexico.
Okay.
It's not Mexico. It's not Mexico. That happened in Mexico, but not in Colombia. In Colombia,
Yeah.
so this guy offered.
Yeah, he
peace.
offered peace. Yeah.
He actually got a Nobel Prize for
Wow.
offering
Prize.
peace.
Damn.
Yeah,
Wow.
for offering peace.
Nobel Prize for supporting drugs.
Kinda.
It's stupid, like you get a Nobel Prize for that. Like there should be a okay, like what's the whole reason why he got the Nobel Prize?
Stop a war. He was stopping a war.
Nah, I don't think that deserve a Nobel Prize though.
Yeah.
Like there's
I
a
don't
lot
know.
of people who stopped wars, like hackers, like a lot of people, but
A lot of
that's
them
not
get
really deserving.
a lot of
A
them
lot of
get
them
Nobel
get
Prize.
Nobel Prizes though.
A lot of them get Nobel
Yeah.
Prize actually.
Yeah.
It's not so rare.
Yes, it's actually not so rare.
It's not so
I
rare.
see Nobel Prizes as something. Oh shit, that's fucking like like that's.
How do you call it in
something,
English? The Nobel
something
Prize
really-
of Peace?
Huh?
The Peace Nobel Prize? The Nobel Prize of Peace?
I don't know.
There's a lot of Nobel Prizes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So there's a lot of like. Oh, there are kinds of.
Yes.
Yeah, there's
Very
categories.
much so. Very
Oh,
much
there are
so.
categories. Oh, I thought that's just like okay. That's
This
a
is
Nobel
called
Prize
the
for
Nobel
you.
Prize of Peace in Spanish. I don't know
Yeah.
the English name, but yeah, the Nobel Prize of Peace.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
of course, peacemakers are the ones that are gonna. So he did offer peace, and it actually kind of worked. It's complicated. But yeah, but after the pressure he did, so he used that to offer the drug cartel peace. And this is also a very there's two sides of the country. Like this is like the country is divided into like it's like
Yeah.
like they were already pressured, should have continued the war, and then the other people say this is a very expensive war on the whole population.
Right,
So
right. It
please
takes a
stop
toll
it
on the
because we are
resources.
suffering a lot.
Yeah.
So-
Plus the
and then-
violence as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it is a war. Like war actually you don't you don't know it until you leave it, but wars are hard on people. So they wanted the war to stop, but then the other kind of like we're so close, like we are about to win and stuff like that. They say we are not close at all. This is getting violenter and more violent and more violent. Even if you're getting results, we're suffering more each time. So yeah, it's very divisive. So he offered the peace, and that's what they've been struggling with.
Yes.
Like it's a complicated country also.
Yeah. So tune
ever
in
since-
next time for what happens to the Philippines next time on the Cancelled Club.
I mean, for me, if like any decisions from a president or a leader, any at all, like should go all out. Like dili gid pwede magdodua. Like okay, shit, I'm gonna stop this because it's getting bad. Like it's worse because like it's a big scale of it. Okay, so if you're close to it, then just fucking continue it. Like okay, just that's for me because
You don't know how
I'm not
much.
sure I agree with that.
It's so hard to know when you're close. That's what they say, but it's so hard.
No, that's because like there could like okay, it's bad. It's bad. Okay, like drug wars are bad. Like okay, like the results are not that good, but the fact that you decided it, like you should like go all out. Yeah, finish the job. Like any like that's kind of like my philosophy in my life.
When was the US close to finish the war in Afghanistan? They said that for 20 years, and they expected that war to be over in 5 years.
Like, different
It followed
leaders,
for 20
different
years.
decisions. That's what I've been saying. Like, okay, US, like, okay, now that's Biden's there. Like, okay, they pulled out the like the amount of like they're moving the resources and how much their motivation to actually
I also have to add that I think there seems to be more like a consistency problem. Though, but it's kind of hard to fix that because even though having short terms, it stops the ability to plan long term, right?
Yeah.
But
That's
at the
why-
same time,
That's what I've been saying. Like, if you have decision just go all out. Just go. Bad decisions or good decisions. Just go all out, because if you keep changing your decisions, you're not going anywhere.
Yeah, but also it could also end up being a bad decision.
Yeah, that's why.
You could go all out.
You could go all out
on a bad decision.
and then, okay.
Yeah, but
Then
if you
reject
go,
them all.
that's
Hey,
why.
that's what they do.
Yeah.
That's what they do. At some point,
They
they
try to-
realize that it's a bad decision
Yeah.
and they have to take it back.
Yeah, that's why I think it's bad, because okay, I think this is actually a bad decision. Then let's stop. And then okay, what if the next one? Okay, what if we continue that one? Diba? Like you're not
It's
going
much less
anywhere if you
willingness.
just keep like having this hesitation.
That doesn't happen that much. I don't think that happens that not in the short term like that. It happens in longer spans, like 50 years after the decision was made, and then people forget about that and then they try to do it again. But in the short span,
But still, that's why I said it's a big scale. Like you don't notice the damage it gives to your country if like, oh shit, finally we stopped that war. Okay, but there's actually big damage in it in a bigger scale. That's why if you wanna improve your country, if you wanna like go forward, just go everything and what. That's why I actually respect China, because they're going all out, man.
Yikes.
not on everything.
I don't respect
Not on
their-
everything. No,
No,
they
no.
start.
No, I don't respect their decision. I don't like it at all. But like being a government that is consistent and like going all out on your decision, that's what I respect about that.
It definitely is respectable. It's just questionable if it really is the right decision.
They don't
Is the
all the.
thing.
They
Yeah.
don't all the time.
Okay, it's a right decision or a wrong decision, but at the same time, if you keep changing your decisions, it's also a bad thing, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you're not going
Flip flopping is definitely you kind of get nothing done.
Yeah.
Sometimes,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
Because
that
like
will
one
only
president
be your downfall in the long
makes
term.
this stance, the next president just goes back on it. Sometimes it works though, because like just look at Marcos' time, right? I mean, if you look at it from that standpoint, a regime change was definitely, I would say, a good thing.
Yeah.
But that's just my opinion. I think a lot of people share that opinion with me.
Like, okay, Marcos like owed a lot of money, but what if like he had his plans? Okay, I'll owe about this money, and then I'll improve the economy of the Philippines. Then I'll pay them back. But like there are like that's why the government should be consistent about their decisions, especially like in smaller scale. Okay, in Philippines. Okay, barangays. There are like kapitan, like we call it, like leaders on a barangay. They are not consistent in their decision. Okay, build a road here. Then another kapitan is like elected, and then nah, that's his project. I'll just make another road here. Okay, how much have you spent? Like how much money you spend? How much?
plans.
Yeah, that's why it's really bad.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Like long-term projects are better than short-term projects.
But on the other hand, I still think it's still too divisive to settle on one single, let's say, leader, right?
Yeah.
To settle on one single leader, because the whole point of democracy, I think, is to also open to other ideas,
Yeah.
right? And if there's no change, it's too easy to go down a rabbit hole, especially.
we could still have democracy, but at least let the next leader understand what you're like, what the like the past president is planning to. Like at least like I'll be the president now, and then I have this long-term project, and you'll be the next president. Then you should continue that project too.
So don't unsay mong plano day.
Kanang kuan i-end na ang podcast.
Fuck. That was good.
Got you, man.
That was good. Damn. I did not see that coming.